What's up, everybody, and welcome to Classic Video Review. I've been on that journey of trying to figure out who is the greatest action star of all time, and I realized that I have been kind of neglecting one that some may say is number two, one, three. Certainly, I would say in the top three, and that's Bruce Willis. Now, earlier I did Die Hard number one, but and that's a great movie. Whether you think it's Christmas or not, does Die Hard 2, though, hold up to Die Hard 1? That's today's movie review. Die Hard 2. Die Harder. Who came up with that? That's kind of dumb. Here's the back. I can already tell you off the bat. The back, that's boring. The cover is okay. Kind of what you get. But the fact that it's Die Hard 2, Die Harder. Once you die, you can't die any harder. I don't know. I'd zap them back and then get them again. This time, it takes place a year later, and John McClane is at the airport. He's waiting for his wife, Bonnie, to come in. At the same time, there is a terrorist prisoner being escorted through U.S. Customs, and basically gets infiltrated from the inside by a general who takes command of the airport and all the airplanes and is basically threatening to crash them all if he doesn't get what he wants, which is the release of this general and a private plane, and them all escape and go commit their heinous crimes as they always do. And of course, they had to do it on the one day, probably out of 365 days, that John McClane is stationed, or not stationed, gosh. We don't do any edits either in these. They happen to do it on the one day that John McClane happens to be at an airport. Like, you could have picked any other day and gotten away with it, but you picked the one day when you got John McClane there. I'm gonna be honest with you, this isn't that bad of a sequel. It's still, number one, I really liked. Number two, again, this one, you lose a little bit of like the magic from the first one, but not enough to where it's like, I don't know, this is rewatchable. They don't think they should have made this. This was decent. I'll say that. Bruce Willis, action star. He's in that, yeah. I don't, I just, he's over, I guess over the years with him having done so many, like, direct-to-video movies, or, movies where he's on the cover and he's only in the movie, like, 5 minutes. Like, I hate those. I really hate how they do that now with action stars. Like, they put out a trailer or a cover to a movie, and it's featuring, like, Mel Gibson is another one that's going through it. Mel Gibson, Bruce Willis, guys like that. Even Sylvester Stallone, now with like Armor and this other one, where they're featured on the cover. They're featured like every scene that they're in, right, is basically in the trailer, and so I don't know. I kind of lost like looking at him as like a top tier action star, but he really is. When you go back and you look at like the Die Hard series, yeah, I'd say so. In like Fifth Element, there's other ones that he's done, but Die Hard 2 is worth what? Where did this one come from? I just noticed there's a sticker on the back. I'm always curious, like, where did they come from? I don't know. Doesn't say. Just a warning sticker. So yeah, Die Hard 2 is a good sequel. I have not watched Die Hard 3. I have not watched Die Hard 4. And I've not watched, I think, there's 5. So I've only ever seen the first 2. I don't have number 3 on VHS, so I can't do that yet. But it is a Fox movie, so what, Disney Plus? What do I give Die Hard 2? I don't even remember what I gave the first one. I enjoyed it. I thought the writing was good, the acting was good. Great, it was well shot. Definitely spent some money on it. Kids are listening to Barney. Oh, man, that's a tough one. A lot of times I know kind of I have a number that instantly pops in my head usually when I'm given a star rating on a movie, but this one, 3.4. I think that's fair. I'll feel bad if I rated the first one lower, because I think the first one is better, but 3.4, that's what I'm feeling right now after watching it. It's not a bad movie. It was enjoyable. It was a great story. It was, you can almost like watch, if you've never seen the first one, you can kind of just go straight into watching number one. Although I do recommend starting obviously with the first one so that you can kind of see the progression of the character that John McClane is. But yeah, it's a good movie. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching, and I will see you again tomorrow. Goodbye.